came in here by yourself, but you can leave with me, you feel me? I'm the type of guy you need to be with.
She just want wings, she just want to party. Came in the bed by herself, nobody. Trying to.
What's happening, man? We back in the loft. It's your boy Trey. Here with Steve Lou, what it do? Hey, and today on the set, we have Mr.
Solo, Streetz94.5. What's happening?
How about it? So, yo, man, tell us a little about yourself, man. We all know about 94.5. We know about the radio station, that thing that's jumping. But what exactly part do you play in?
I'm actually the program director and promotion director. And so kind of like second person in charge.
Cool shit.
You know,
cool
next
shit.
to the owner.
So, I mean, in layman terms, what does that mean for someone who has no knowledge of radio?
You don't have no knowledge of radio, then program director controls everything that goes off air. So that means jocks, music, anything that goes on the air comes through me first. And promotion-wise is everything comes through me first, where for parties, events, anything somebody wants to advertise or do.
I got a mixtape, man. I got a mixtape I'm trying to put out right now. What's that?
Comes through me.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah,
mixtape,
all that
I can barely talk.
all of
Yeah, right.
it. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna come to me eventually.
Man, that's what's up.
So that's how it kind of works.
Major part. Okay, got you.
And how is it in the industry now that you got all these different radio stations in Atlanta, new radio stations, like what y'all doing now,
Well, you know, competition breeds excellence. So, you know, the more competition you have, the better you have to be.
Okay.
And so it only makes the pot, it only makes it grow. So if you don't have no competition, then you kind of give a lackluster product. So with us being in competition with everybody else, it makes it fun, first of all, because now you got to really pay attention to what's going on.
Right.
But then it forces you to be creative and come up with something that nobody else is doing, so people actually ping to you. You know, it's like dating. You know, when you see the chick and there's 10 guys trying to holler at her, you got to be the one to stand out.
Right.
You know, and we the ones to stand out.
So what's some of the new things that y'all doing in 2018, like as far as radio?
New things, as far as radio, you know, ain't really new. It's just kind of like doing things a little bit better.
Right.
And everything. You know, with our social media campaign, we're the best at our social media and interacting with our listeners on a weekly, daily, you know, hourly basis, where we actually speak to people. If we tell you follow us on IG, we go back and follow you.
Cool.
You hit us with a question on IG, we hit you back and everything, and we answer. You know, and our jocks, and we're the voice of the millennials.
Okay.
So all our jocks that's on the radio, they're very in tune to what's going on with the culture. Things we do better is we get the new music first. We pick the new artist first. We normally play it first.
Right.
94 on the ear.
So, you know, we got an ear to the streets. You can't be Streetz945 and not be in the streets.
Sure.
So,
Like
you know.
like one of the things I heard on social media, and it was on Streetz94.5 this week, was when the Childish Gambino video came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Jay-Z McBee.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, can you be pro-black?
And they're white because the person,
Exactly.
because of his relationship, his wife.
Exactly.
And
what did you think about that?
I think yes, you can. And the funny thing about it is that a lot of people don't believe that because of their hardcore, you know, values. But you have to have an open mind. A lot of times, seeing something from somebody else's viewpoint helps you be pro-black because you can understand what, you know, the other side. And if you can't walk in somebody's shoes, or you can't see it from their vibe, or you're not in that limelight, like a lot of people, you know, his relationship brings him into another arena that he wouldn't have got dating a black girl. He wouldn't have been able to be in a white audience or white area and listen to how people talk.
Sure,
you know, so now it gives him a reason to, I hate to say it, behind enemy lines. He understands, like, okay, so this is how they think. Yeah, I really do need to stay focused on helping my people because I see how crazy this is over here. Because, you know, of course, he married her, so obviously he done probably heard or seen some things that he didn't rock with, you know, because it is a culture clash. You know, they was, you know, based off his relationship and his love, they was able to get past whatever it is. But I'm sure they've had some things because it's a culture clash.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You know, it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna say something retarded.
Right. Something. Yeah.
You know.
Can a white person be pro-black?
Yes. You know, a lot of white people were in the, you know, they were standing
Yeah,
right along,
part of
you know.
the movements, all the movements, you know. I mean, actually, nothing's gonna move unless a white person ends up becoming a part of it.
Unfortunately,
That's
yes.
just how it goes.
You know,
it's
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
I hate to say that because we don't stick together as much as we should.
Right.
I think that.
But we're not heard as much either until, you know, it maybe if it's something that happens to a white person, you know, rather than that it's some kind of like the school shootings, you know, that have been going on. But it took that to keep happening for them to, you know, to say something about what's going on in Chicago.
Right.
You know, and but I think, like I said, what I like about it, and that I want to bring it back to 94.5, and what you do is that let you know that the millennials really, you know, as you say, y'all the voice of the millennials, y'all are the movement. You know what I mean? And they have been the movement, and they have been the voice behind getting shit done, getting shit changed. You know what I'm saying? But the old dudes, the OGs, I mean, got families. You know, we can't be on the front lines like that. But you know, I like the messages that y'all push, man, through, you know, through radio and through the young voices, man. So that's dope. That's dope, man. So please continue doing what you do.
Because your background is you came from a HBCU, right?
Oh yeah, came from HBC. I came from an HBCU. Came from the hood. I'm from Miami. Carroll City. You know, 305 all day. And yeah, Clark Atlanta University. I went through that struggle. You know, went through that struggle with the HBCU because it's definitely different.
Right.
HBCU and regular school is definitely, you know, the Ivy Leagues is definitely different.
Right.
You know,
So
they teach you how to hustle.
Right.
That's right.
And another popular topic the last couple weeks has been the Kanye West rants and tweets, and
I'm all for it.
you all for it?
I love it. Me personally, I love it.
Tell me about it.
I love the Kanye rants.
Okay.
Cause the thing about a Kanye rant or Kanye's rant is really we're not gonna understand it because we're not in that life.
Right.
So he's in a different stratosphere. Right. He's seeing things differently. He said he was addicted to opioids and all of those things. So his mind is a total different plateau. So he's speaking his truth. Now his delivery is wrong.
Okay.
But I honestly believe he believes what he's saying.
Yeah.
I just don't think he knew how to kind of dictate it out to everybody. I don't think I think he should have had a filter or kind of ran this by somebody and said, hey, this is what I want to say. And somebody kind of give him like a, hey, say this, but say it this way.
Right.
Instead of just coming out and saying, because, you know, he said a famous line, you're going to say something and end up apologizing for it. Right. Everything he's ranted about, he's ended up saying, apologizing because it came out wrong. Right. But he's just going off the dome. Right. You know, he was in a sunken place.
But I do get the uproar because you get the old Kanye of what, you know, things he said previously.
Right.
And then things that he's saying now. And it's like, you know, it's...
But he's at a different thing. The level he's at now is totally different from the old Kanye.
Right.
You know, he's in the Kardashian clique is a whole different genre of, you know, motives and people. Mm-hmm. Like the people that come with that is a different level of people that he didn't deal with before. Right. Yeah. And people don't want to give that credit, but it's a different life. Right. When you start dealing with that type of network compared to your regular network. Okay, the Dame Dash, the Jay-Z, all of them got a great network, but that Kardashian, judge, politician, you know,
something totally different.
Old money.
Oh well.
You know, type situation is a different thing, and then he's been able to see both. And I'm sure he's conflicted because that's baffling to be able to move in and out of those areas, but I'm sure he's battling within himself.
So you think he was speaking his truth, or was it just for advertising because I got this new project coming out?
I think it's both, but I definitely think he was speaking his truth though. I think he felt like that. I think
he's staying down.
I think he's staying down with it. I think he believed that. I think in his mind, oh man, that was a choice because he's been around this like Kanye's been disappeared for 2 years.
Yeah, right.
He's been in a sunken place to us. Right. So he's been brainwashed. We don't know. You know, if you're only hanging around a certain group of people for a long period of time, regardless if you're forced to listen or nothing, you're going to take on habits and thought process if you don't have no break in that. You know, like if we all go hang out with a group of people on a farm and don't have no ties to anything else, when we come back, you gonna say, hey man, you okay?
Something different.
You know, because I done experienced and seen something different.
Right.
And now my mind is in that facet, you know?
True indeed. True indeed.
He got isolated, so
Yeah.
what can you do?
Right,
It's like a guy going to jail and he come back out, he's totally thinking something different. And you're like, bro,
They
relax.
come out Wi-Fi, cell phones,
Right.
this is the 80s, 90s, and
He looking at the world like,
Right.
wait, what is this?
It's like the Jetsons.
Things
You
have
know?
changed.
Right.
True indeed.
So that's how I look on the Kanye. But the one thing I think, the one good thing that I take from the Kanye thing is he said it like a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think people have picked up on it. And if they have, they just haven't really promoted it. He said, it doesn't matter, I'm going to be the person that says it. But the bigger thing about it, everybody's talking about it. So regardless if you agree with him or not, he brought these issues to the forefront.
That's it.
So now you're talking about stuff that a lot, especially black people, don't want to talk about.
Right. Yep.
And he just kind of threw it out there in front of you.
You're right.
You know, just like white people don't want to talk about racism, but social media throwed it out there in front of them, so they have to address it.
Okay.
So for the black person, we don't want to talk about slavery.
Right.
We don't want to talk about racism. We don't want to talk about things that are on us, that we've been based off the system and the mentality that we have.
Indeed.
Even though he, like I said, the delivery might have been wrong, and maybe he might have been the correct messenger. But he got it out there. Now you got people talking about, man, you hear what he said? Yo, you hear what he said? Bro, like we life of the party. Look what you said. Hey,
Right.
what do you think about this Kanye?
Right. We in the party talking about it.
Right. So
party talking about
that's
it.
that's the benefit of it at the end of the day.
Mhm. Yeah. Hey, self-promotion, man. He working on himself.
Then he got his album coming
Now
out.
he got an album coming out.
You know.
And then-
Yeah.
Okay, and then now you got these new artists who don't necessarily need radio. So what do artists in 2018 have to do to get on the radio?
Honest,
Honest.
make a hit. That's it.
It's that simple.
I mean, it ain't that simple to make a hit, but that's the goal, is to make a hit. Like, have a hit. Like, everybody thinks they're great. And they're great in their own mind. And with microwave success, where everybody says, oh, I got a record, I'm putting it on the internet, and my friends start liking it, my friends look at the video,
Right.
oh, it's buzzing, it's buzzing, it's buzzing. That doesn't necessarily mean that's a hit.
Right.
Now, if you can make that work, you can work your block, and that's it, and you make money, you can live off that, that's fine. But when it comes to the coming to radio, going to TV, then I'm gonna need you to step your game up.
Right.
Because it's different from playing basketball in the park than going to the NBA.
Indeed.
You can be great, you can be a
Right.
great playground legend. But when it comes to this, we're gonna need you polished. We're gonna need this a little bit better.
Yeah.
And that's where you need to kind of focus on. And a lot of people think that you need to, like, radio hates on people, but it's like you have to come polished.
Right.
You know, we don't want to just throw anything on the radio. And the person that's listening to the radio might not have never heard of you before. Just because you got 100 million views.
So I mean, but is it just a hit, or is it the relationships you have? Is it?
There's a lot of artists I don't have relationships with, and they had hits though.
Right.
And it was the music. It's like the music will make that relationship. You got to have a hit though that makes it. That's radio. You know, you can have a club hit, you can have a strip club hit, you can have an internet hit, and a radio hit. You can have a soundtrack hit. You know, and all of those are different facets where you can get paid.
Sure did.
But that doesn't mean you cross the board
Right.
with everything. Because there's some records you won't hear. You be like, man, this record's hot. You never heard it on radio in your life. You know? And then there's some records you hear on radio you never heard in a club.
Right. Right.
Because they're not all the way hits. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're not those universal hits, because it's really hard to be universal, because the person that's on the internet is not listening to radio like that. And the person that's on radio is not on the internet like that.
Right.
So what are some of the records that broke on 94.5 then?
Ooh, do I need to go? I need to pull out my phone. That's
Pull
the
out the
list.
resume.
But what do you look for? You know, like if someone's coming to you as a new artist, or they've been around but they just don't have that hit, but they have something that's hit potential. Do you deal with them then, or is it chain of command where they gotta wait to kind of get to you, where you actually get them?
Some people, sometimes they have to wait to get to me based off of, sometimes they have to wait to get to me.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when it does get to me, you know, we tell them what it is. Just say, you're not there yet. You need to, we don't want to throw nothing on the radio that people are unfamiliar with.
Gotcha.
So it's like a DJ playing in a club. You don't want to put a record on when everybody stops dancing.
Right.
You don't want that. So we don't want people on radio to say, "Oh man, let me turn the station," and everything. So for somebody, it's always to have it polished, have it mixed, have it mastered, and then to make sure take constructive criticism.
True indeed.
Because I might say, "Yo, it's not there, but you got potential, and you just need to work at it a little bit more." Or this is not the record for you.
I see. Man, that's pretty dope, man. All right, well,
Broke in. What's some of the artists that got broke on Streetz 94.5 in 2018?
In 2018, you know,
2018, 2017.
Derez Deshawn, Cardi B, Rich Homie, Dro, shucks, that list is Young Dolph, Moneybag Yo, Black Youngster, Hood Rich Pablo,
Okay.
shucks, Lil Pump, man, that list goes long. Because it's a lot easier for us because we're an independent station. You know, it's independently and black owned. So it's a lot easier for us to get to the streets quicker and get it from the streets quicker because the people that make the decisions are in the building.
Right.
Like you don't have to call to no corporate office.
Right.
You know, we are the corporate office and everything. So it's a lot different. But that list goes long, and our team of jocks and DJs, they got their ear to the streets. We probably, I can say it, we got the best ears in the street.
Okay.
Working with us.
Well, and who got the ear to the streets? Who are the DJs of Streetz?
I mean, you got DJ Holiday, Ferrari Simmons, Fly Guy DC, DJ Alpo, DJ Blue, DJ Black, DJ Know It All, DJ Fitted, DJ Vaughn, DJ and Dirty, DJ Shot. Man, I got about 14, 15 DJs, and they're at a club. Producing
every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
It's hard. They're working. They either working or they on tour. One of the two. But they working, and so they give music so much it'd be like, hey, I just heard this record and everything. So our ears stay to the streets.
Cool shit.
Okay.
So right now we about to do in the bag, man. We gotta dig off in this Crown Royal bag.
Okay.
See how lucky y'all, man. We have our lovely interns that came up with some questions. So we'll see what they
Okay.
we see how good y'all.
Questions for me.
Let's see what y'all came up with.
Especially for you.
Okay. Especially
It's just for you,
the
man.
Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, this
When y'all
every
see the
segment, man.
bag,
We made sure. That's it, man. What you got in that bag? Go ahead and dig in, brother.
Okay. One.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
In the bag question number 1.
See what it do.
Fetish.
No, that's an old one, man. We don't do it like that.
Fetish.
You supposed to clean it in the bag. That was for the lady. That was for the lady.
I ain't know that type of party, but you know.
Let's get rid of this. Let's burn that. Let's try it again. Question for the brother. Somebody say, damn, they on you, man.
Right.
I'm
I'm gonna answer.
Now you grab another fetish, you know what I'm saying? It might say fetish again.
What is the wildest thing you ever done? What is the wildest thing? That's kind of like an open-ended question.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well.
So when you say wildest thing, meaning wildest thing I ever done? Wildest thing I ever done? Wow.
What's the wildest thing ever happened to you?
Think about pretending
At the radio
job.
station.
Yeah, thinking about the job.
The wildest thing at my job?
At the radio
Yeah,
station.
it's the radio station. What?
I'm gonna be honest, it don't be wild stuff that happen to me at work. Cause I'm very, very closed off. So I kinda, the wild stuff misses me.
What's the wildest thing ever happened to you on the road?
On the road? Ooh. I watched one of my homeboys sneak a girl backstage for a Jay-Z concert. And she gave him head at the gate. Head
Head game.
Hey, wait, nah, that ain't the funny part. And he slipped up and peed on her.
Whoa.
Like,
Whoa.
I ain't gonna mention his name because he probably be crazy because he married now. This is a long time ago.
Whoa.
But it was the funniest thing ever because he kind of like didn't even apologize. He just kind of zipped up and just, okay, here you go.
Wow.
And she just kind of went to the thing, just kind of got up and went inside. Like she was. So that was probably one of the wild.
That was the
wild
backstage pass.
That was the backstage
kiss.
pass. Yeah. So that would be wild. Let's see. I flipped over a jet ski in the Bahamas, and I can't swim. Trying to impress a girl.
You got your license?
And, I actually was stranded. I was stranded for 45 minutes. I was stranded for 45 minutes in the water with the jet ski singing. Trying to impress a chick in the Bahamas and flipped it over.
Was she impressed though?
Nah, she started panicking because we was a little ways off. So like I said, we was out there for like 40. He took a past a boat. Somebody just had, hey, y'all okay? Nah, we ain't okay.
Right.
I hope we got what you wanted with them that night then.
Did they?
Nah, I didn't. Nah, she was traumatized, so it didn't even work out the way it was supposed to be. It didn't even work out the way it was supposed to be.
Did you get charged extra for that tournament?
Hey, the funny thing about it, yo, like they were still running my car, so for that 45 minutes that I wasn't, riding, I still got charged for it.
Just out there swimming. That part of nice though, ain't it?
I was floating. I wasn't swimming. I was floating.
You notice how nice it was.
Yeah, they didn't get to notice out there. Because she started panicking, like, man, there's sharks out here. I was like, oh, Lord.
And you can see through that shit.
You can see through the water, everything. That was probably one of the wildest things. I mean, I'm an adventurous person, but that was one of the wildest,
Yeah, that's wild.
Definitely.
Hey, cool shit, man. I'm glad you and the lady, y'all okay, man.
Yeah, she cool. We don't even talk no more, but.
Hey,
But,
you still got the life vest on, man.
Yeah, it was a good day.
I bet.
We didn't die.
Hey, look, we appreciate you coming through to the law. Fucking with us.
I definitely appreciate y'all inviting me, man. Thank you.
And one last thing, is there any way you would like for folks to reach you on social media just to follow your movement, your campaign?
Okay. What you can do is follow the radio station, Streetz94.5 ATL on everything. Me, US of Solo on everything. US of Solo on everything. I've been here, man. It's for those that won't know. I've been here, the Bounce, Studio 72. Like I hate to brag, but I'm a legend in the city, quietly.
In case we ain't know.
In case nobody knew, but we were just talking about it on Instagram, some throwback pictures I put up. And a couple of people was like, whoa, really? Like, but yeah, I've been around.
Been making a shake.
Yeah, we try to.
Cool shit, man.
We try to. Before social media.
Hey.
Before social media. Okay. And like we said, LoftP mixtape will be dropping. We're going to get Streetz94.5, the first chance to.
Yeah, let me, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Bring it to me. Hit me. I got my info. Hit me and go. Let's do it.
That's what I'm
Trinidad
talking about.
Get at me.
I'm gonna knock on your door, man. I'm off in the building.
Knock on the door. Where's Solo at? They gonna ask you, hey, you got an appointment?
Yeah, we got an appointment. What time is our appointment? We sitting right now on camera. What time?
They gonna ask you. They gonna ask you. They gonna be like, hey, you got an appointment?
Yeah.
You don't come from that office unless you got an appointment or you got a bag.
Okay, yeah. Tell them that appointment gonna be 9:30 Monday morning. LoftP. You know what I'm saying?
Then they gonna tell you he not even in the office yet.
Alright, and then just the intersection, what we're gonna do is our tradition of doing a LoftP toast.
Okay.
Which is on 1, 2, 3, we say LoftP.
LoftP?
Yep.
So, alright, for sure.
1, 2, 3.
LoftP.
LoftP.
Salute.
Salute.